Alright guys, Rumble Reacts, episode 5. This is the series where I react to our Tengu Rumble tournament that takes place in the Tengu Plant Discord. If you don't know what that is, it is our multi-day event where you have 72 hours to play out your rounds. And so, if you don't have time for a single day, you got time for the multi-day. You just schedule the time with your opponent and the tournament takes place over time. So if you want to participate, all you gotta do is click the link in the description. The tournaments are free entry with cash prize, so it's pretty hype. We're literally giving away money. So at no risk to yourself, you can play in these tournaments and potentially win some money. And we're going to start the day out of round 5 with a nice little Infernity action. We have BS45 playing Infernity versus Agents. And so we're going to kind of see how this goes. Got rabbit rules on the Agents, and BS45 looks like is going to go second. So we see Earth come out, Search of Venus, and then a Dust Shoot, which is pretty unfortunate to start a game out, but it is what it is. We see Allure come out, banishing Necromancer. Tour Guide can now go for a Leviaire play, but he gets max seed, so it looks like he's just going to crash and trade. He then just sets a back row and passes. Now Rabbit Rules gets his own Tour Guide and goes for a Mind Control play to get a Leviathan Dragon out and swing in, which isn't too bad. But now we see Inferno come out, setting up the graveyard. We're going to summon the Necromancer and then slam the Monster Reborn. So we do have combo here because this Call of the Haunted ain't going to do nothing. So we're going into Stardust to protect the Launcher. Launcher is going to trigger, and that's going to search ourselves a break and then make a level 8 Synchro. We're going for 100 Eyes, going to banish the Necromancer to search a Barrier. So now we have Break plus Barrier, which is pretty strong. And looks like we're just passing, not going to play into Gores or Trag or nothing like that. Rabbit Rules attempts to synchro Sangan, can't be synchroed with because it was Tour Guide. He's going to clear the Archfiend, but then forgot about Avenger, I think, because we can still barrier the Brynac there. Now BS45 tops into a Leviaire. We banish the Necromancer to get Archfiend back, and we're going to set another barrier, synchro into 8 for Infernity Doom, and that is just going to get the scoop right there. So now we're going back into it. Rabbit Rules gets to start out, gets Venus into Shine Ball, which is the best start for Agents. And then we're going to set a Decree, which is also really powerful here. So we're going to get all the Shine Balls out of the deck, set the Decree. BS45 is just going to summon an Archfiend and set 2, get Decreed, which feels really bad. We're going to see Tour Guide into Sangan, and then we're going to see Rabbit Rules attack over the Archfiend and just kind of swing in direct. Obviously, none of these traps are going to be effective because Degree is online. Main phase 2, we're exceeding with the Sangan, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know why you wouldn't just exceed with the Venus here. Either way, BS45 has Dark Hole into a Leviaire to bring back the Greffer to set up the grave a bit more, set everything. That Decree still hard-walling everything off. Rabbit Rules goes into their own Leviaire, probably doesn't have Leviathan anymore, and Monster Reborn's back a Venus, attacks into the Greffer and then attacks into the Avenger. So we're leaving the Leviaire, but that means Break can come out to banish the Archfiend, to bring back the Archfiend, to search a Launcher, and combo is live now, which is pretty crazy. So we can bring back the Archfiend after crashing it with the Venus. Man, we are getting so punished for not killing that Leviaire. We get to search Mirage, haven't normal summoned yet. Archfiend's going to search another Break, and now you can synchro here. Oh, wait, no, we're not going to synchro. We're going to get another Archfiend back off of the Necromancer. Then we're going to synchro into Stardust and just pass. We got End Phase Break on the back row. We got a Gold Sark for Monster Reborn. Stardust is going to clear over the Gaji. Now we can swing in direct because we have Barrier live. There's nothing our opponent can do. BS45 perfectly playing around his opponent's options. Rabbit Rules drops a Trag, but it doesn't mean anything. Looks like that is going to scoop it up. So another 2-0 from BS45. Still undefeated going into round 6, which is really crazy to see. Again, it's impressive to see Infernity go this far. Next match, we have Halfar versus Darksigner. The standard Plants versus Agents matchup. So let's see how this one goes. We're starting things off. It looks like Darksigner gets to go first, going for a Venus into Gachi play, which is kind of nice. Halfar opened like a big one of hand. We're going to just slam the Dark Hole on the Venus, which doesn't really feel good. Then just summon Thunder King and pass. Looks like a bit of passing back and forth until Darksigner summons Tour Guide and is just attacking. Oh, he's going for a Trag play, but that's where the Mirror Force comes out. I see what he's going for. Dark Hole going to come out on the Thunder King, and then we're going to drop Hyperion and just kind of swing in. So Darksigner is going for the big extension. Halfar tops the Torrential, can't set it because Darksigner has Fairies in Grave. So, just had to pass and eventually just scoop. So, yeah, Halfar just kind of got out-tempoed pretty hard there. But Halfar opens an insane hand this time with Trap Dust Shoot plus Thunder King plus Mind Crush. And so we're going to see that aggression kind of come out right out the gate. So Sangen's going to attack in, and we're going to see Tour Guide and Thunder King attack directly. We have Mind Crush to chain if they activate Gores or anything like that. Dark Hole going to come out, force out the Judgment. Here comes Sangen. Going to crash into the Sangen. We're going to trade, and neither of you guys get a Sangen search because of Thunder King. But Halfar is, you know, applying the pressure. A Mirror Force gets set. We're attacking in. The Mirror Force is going to trigger, killing the Thunder King. Main phase 2, Tribute for Vanity's Fiend, which is pretty powerful. Mind Crush the Christia, Mind Control, and that is going to be game. Well played by Halfar. So we're going to game 3 in this series, which is pretty hype. Dark Signer is going to start off with the Earth play to grab a Venus. Halfar being smart, holding his Veiler there. He's going to normal summon Tour Guide, get a Sangen, crash the Sangen into the Earth, but it's going to get Mirror Forced for some reason. So Dark Signer must want a tempo play here because that Mirror Force was kind of just a -1, but we now see Dust Shoot hit a Hyperion, and then the Tour Guide's going to get Veiler. This is going to kind of force Dark Signer to synchro for 5 and make a Catastor, but Cyber Dragon can out that, which is kind of nice. So Cyber Dragon comes out with a Thunder King. That's a big boy. Now Dark Signer is going to draw, and he is going to summon Herald of Orange Light, go for Mind Control, and this is going to force out a Max C, but the Brahim can clear over the Chimera Tech. So now Dark Signer is in the driver's seat. We see a T set and pass, nothing really going for the side of Halfar. He can now chain the enemy controller that got space to grab that Brahim to kind of slow down Dark Signer's turn for this time, but he needs something on the off the rip to have like a bounce back. Dark Signer is able to use the Venus to clear through the tokens as well, so Halfar's not working with much. We got Cyber Dragon into Minecon. He's going to have the Brahim bounce itself, but get Book of Moon here, and I think this is just kind of cooked, right? Like we going into Armory Arm equips to Gachi. Gachi swings over, is going to do a bunch of damage. We're going to swing in direct, and Halfar needs to top deck something perfect, and yeah, that was not the top deck he needed, so RIP to Halfar. All right, Himne versus Apropos. Apropos on the Cat Sith Monarch, Himne on the Cat Sith Piper. So we're going to see a little bit of Cat Sith action going on in this one. Apropos starting off with the T-set, Sangen plus Phoenix Wing. Himne just setting a card and passing. Swap Frog going to come out, set up the Treeborn in the grave, and now we can swing in directly with Swap Frog and Sangen. Nice little poke damage. Himne really just has nothing going for him in his hand right now. Himne draws a Kinka that still does nothing, but he has this mind control play, which is actually best case scenario. Unfortunately, the Phoenix Wing is pretty strong there. That's also going to pop the Sangen and give a search to Apropos. We see Heavy Storm come out. Tour Guide's going to come out and get Veilered, and he's just going to swing in direct, not respecting Tracker Gores, which is a little spooky, but either way, we're going to see Kushano come back and hit the Tour Guide. Then we see this like enemy controller play, which is sick because this just gets a Unicorn right there. And now he can't get Veiler the second time because he can just, you know, have if Himne discards a card, the Veiler, then they have the same number of cards, which Unicorn would negate it. So now they get to attack directly. I see Kinka come out, it gets Veilered, and yeah, Himne has no gas left in the tank, so he's just going to FF that game. Going into game 2, he does open the Piper, which is going to give him a draw, maybe 2. Okay, nope, just 1 draw. Himne's a psychopath using the alt art for Tour Guide. It's ugly, and no one should use it, just so you guys know. Seeing Leviathan Dragon come out and swing in for 25, and then Himne's going to summon his ugly Tour Guide and make a Kushano, make his own Leviathan, go for the crash play. Let's see how it works out for him. Apropos says, nope, no thank you. We're going to spin your back row, pop your Leviathan. I want to keep my boy. And so now we're seeing Swap Frog come out, set up Treeborn, and then swing in directly with our 2 little water guys. Phoenix Wing going to come out, discarding 1 for 1. That does not feel very good. But Kinka can come back, get some of the prize back. And oh my god, we see the Legacy of Yada draw too, guys. The dopamine has finally happened. I'm so happy. I wanted to see it happen so bad last round, and here we are. Either way, see a Mind Crush come out, hit the Swap Frog, Monster Reborn for Kushano. We're going to make a Unicorn again. Same number of cards, can't get Battle Fadered. Now we're going to set Phoenix Wing. Here comes Kinka Bio, bringing back the Piper, which is getting another ugly Tour Guide. Then Monster Reborn for our own Kushano back into the Fable Unicorn. We're going for a little crash play, but Phoenix Wing's going to get rid of that. Now Apropos is going to go just swing in for game, but it's not because we got that Battle Fader. Unfortunately, we couldn't adjust the ratio of cards in hand. Sangen's going to come in and attempt to attack over or crash into the Unicorn. It looks like he's just going to stop the attack. I don't know why that resulted in the scoop, but it looks like the next turn is kind of ridiculous anyway. I don't know. I don't really get what happened. But yeah, Either way, unlucky for him. They didn't really have a lot going for him there. Next up is Photo Shooty versus Brahim Poke. All right, Brahim Poke opening the Legacy of Yada, opening Emergency Call, getting the Elemental Hero Neos Alias, got the Gemini Spark and the Yada. This is great because he can set 2 back row and not worry about Heavy Storm because he's got that Yada there. Here comes the Thunder King. It's going to get warninged. Photo Shooty is going to, I mean, he doesn't have much. He's going to set a Kushano, but Brahim Poke has the Rhoda for the Stratos. This feels really good here, you know. Brahim Poke slowly inching away, getting the advantage. Going to swing over the Kushano and pass. We're going to see Neos Alias come out and attack over the Stratos. And then Brahim Poke's going to just crash Alias here. Let's see if that goes through. Looks like it does. Miracle Fusion going to come out for Photo Shooty. He's going to get a Shining. There's 2 back row here, but both are just Legacy of Yada. He's going to force out both of these Legacy of Yadas, which is smart because he has Gores in hand. So now that is a direct attack that Gores can trigger off of. So now Gores baited Photo Shooty. And now Photo Shooty has to go for a little cat Sith pop play to like play around the Gores here. So we're going to pop that and then set the Kushano and pass. Miracle Fusion coming out for Brahim Poke, but we're going to Judgment it. And unfortunately, he's got another one to follow it. So here comes the Shining. The Shining is going to be able to clear over the other Shining. Photo Shooty's the Shining. And then Thunder King can clear the Kushano. And Gores should just attack for game. So yeah, that is game 1 going to Brahim Poke. All right, Photo Shooty gets to go first, opens Dust Shoot, which is pretty good. Dust Shoot's going to come out and hit the Alias, and then he's going to just pass. Looks like Emergency Call coming out, getting this Alias. We opened the Kushano again on the side of Photo Shooty. You know, shout out to the DB1 of the algorithm. You got to run 2 Kushano so you don't open the double Kushano, you know, the Kushano. You know, that's the rules. Either way, we're going to have Alias swing in, and then we're responding back with our own Stratos, setting a card. Himne going for the tempo play here. This is actually sick because he's stealing all of Brahim Poke's heroes, so he doesn't have a way to like set up his grave for Miracle Fusion, which is kind of nice. We're going to exceed into Utopia, but that Super Poly top deck was really, really good. And that's going to come out here and then force out a Shining. We do have Honest to deal with it, but now Brahim Poke has a graveyard set up for the Miracle Fusion, which we're going to see come into fruition. And Photo Shooty needs to make something happen here, but he doesn't really have a lot going for him. He's going to Leviair, grab himself a Alias, and this is where Great Tornado would be nice if it was in the format. Unfortunately, we can't make it, so Photo Shooty's just going to get poked down. Does he have any way to get access to his stuff? Doesn't look like it. That Trish is going to come out and be even more impactful. I don't know if he can do it. Oh, Future Fusion for Absolute Zero. Can he hold on long enough for that to, actually bring anything out? I don't know. Probably not. But let's see what Photo Shooty top decks here. The Lance. Oh, that does not get him there. RIP Photo Shooty. All right. Up next, we have Gwari versus Trebia. Trebia playing the Karakuri. Gwari on the TG stun. The big boy TG stun with like 51 cards in the main deck. You already know. Gwari sets up his back row and instantly gets punished with the Heavy Storm. Unlucky. Here comes Trebia slamming the Karakuri synchro. This can get a quick playoff. Yeah, this is really nice. So you can attack over the striker, bring back a monster, which feels pretty good. We're going to bring back Kamoichi. You're going to swing over and make a Landois in main phase 2. This is kind of nice because he can duality to negate one of the searches. This prevents him from getting hit back with a Catastor on the following turn. Unfortunately, this creature swap play is going to kind of play around that, but Gwari... Oh, I guess Gwari didn't want to go into Catastor because of the Landois, so instead he goes for the creature swap play. Here comes the Soldier, going to attack over Sangan, going to give Gwari the search there, and we're going to see Beret attack over his own Landois. Now here comes the Striker into Warwolf play, into a creature swap, and I'm not sure why he gave Gwari the Beret, because you get to choose what they give you, so you should definitely give him the Soldier there. I don't really understand, but maybe it was because it would force a Bryanak play, I guess. Like, they go Bryanak and bounce this anyway, so it's actually better to give it so you keep the flotation going. And looks like it works out for Trebia, because Trebia did have a Trishula line there, and it looks like that Gwari just recognized that and scoops. We're going to set a ton of back row here, which is wild. Trebia opening the back row hands. is then going to force out the Book of Moon to try to protect the Komoichi. He needs to see any other monster to get going. That decree is not any other monster. He's forced to attack into the Werewolf. This is now going to switch the position and then switch back. So he's going to take 800 damage and lose his only monster. Karakuri do not benefit from top decking without any monsters. He needs to see a quick off the top deck to maybe get something going here, but the soldier is actually not bad. He can set the soldier. He gets creature swapped. He's forced to judgment the creature swap so he can keep his guy alive. And then here comes the Wonder Magician, which is going to clear out some of the back row as well. A warning's going to negate the soldier, so Trevia is just in the worst possible position. We're going to Heavy Storm to ensure this resolves, but God, this feels so bad because Gwari could just crash right here and just draw a card, and he has Avarice, and it's not very good. Looking pretty cooked for Trevia. He does draw. In main phase 2, he's summoning the Merchant, so doesn't have to attack, but it looks like, yeah, we're going to get slurped up there with the Chimera tech and go to game 3. All right, Trebia starting with, this is turn 1 Nat Beast. This is really, really good for against back row decks like this. You set everything. Now, Gwari can't do anything. We're going to see Space come out, hit the Compulse. I was so lucky because I was the only immediate out to this Naturia Beast. He's then going to bring out Strategist off of the... Yeah, bring out Strategist, and then he's going to debunk the Tengu Engrave so he can't get another Tengu. He rips into the other Compulsory, which is pretty unlucky for Trebia because that does out the Naturia Beast. Then sets another back row, is going to warning the next TG, keeping the tempo alive, so Gwari can't really get anything going for him. We're going to see Trebia swing in, go get like Soldier plus Beret. And now we're going to see Dark Hole come out, which top deck Thunder King is going to be a great solution there. Gwari just has nothing. All these shrinks are doing nothing. He can shrink to reduce the damage he takes, but it's not going to do any favors. Warning comes out for the other monster reborn, and that is going to be a wrap. So Trebia continues, doing pretty well on his Karakuri build. It's cool to see. All right, Roger Smith. The last few episodes we've seen Roger Smith just give us the most dopamine hits of all time on the X-Sabers. Let's see if we can keep it going. Going against Bonnie. I believe Bonnie is on Agents. Yeah, that's what we're seeing. Okay, so we're going to see Roger Smith go first. That feels pretty good in this matchup. He's going to set the Hamster, and then looks like we're just going to get a pass back. So he's going to flip Hamster, Synchro here for Urabellum. This is going to force out the Veiler, which is kind of nice. So it basically denies a draw phase here. Now Bonnie's going to summon out the Venus and go for the Shine Ball play. Make a Gotchi and attack over the set Dark Soul. This gives Roger Smith the search he needs to grab himself a Fall Troll, which seems pretty good. He draws into another MST, which isn't great here, but he's going to summon the Full Helm Knight and then special summon the Fall Troll. He's going to get hit with the Honest, but he doesn't really care about that. That Arabellum, it doesn't really do anything at this point. He can now Fall Troll back the Dark Soul and pass. This is where Bonnie is going to go for a... Oh my god, this is a Trish play right here. But Roger Smith has the Judgment, so now we're going to get Dark Hole to come out. It's going to trigger Sangan, but also trigger the Dark Soul and end phase, so Roger Smith does get a little bit back here. Going to grab himself a Pashul. Respect. Going to just set Emmers and pass. That makes sense. Bonnie has like nothing in the hand at all, just electing to pass, not even attack into the set monster. We're going to see Monster Reborn bring back the Urabellum. We're going to swing in direct. He's forced to... he's Herald of Orange Lighting, but that doesn't set him up at all because his Tragonia is just dead. Like, he's almost better off just summoning a Trag there. Because, how does he out this board? And now he summons the Trag, but it's, too little too late. He could make an Exceed play here, and then... Oh, I guess he doesn't have it? Yeah, it doesn't have Utopia as my assumption. I can't read what they're saying in the chat. They're casting spells in the chat, Bonnie going first, Tour Guide into Sangan. Gonna space the back row of the warning in the end phase, and then we got this Hamster coming out, gonna grab himself a Dark Soul. But that doesn't feel good because since Thunder King's on field, he doesn't get the search. Roger Smith's gonna summon the Bogart and not trigger the effect, which is kind of interesting. I guess he just doesn't want to get cooked there. We're gonna see Bonnie crash over the Bogart here with Thunder King, so now he can swing in directly with the Tour Guide and the Sangan, but that does get rid of the Thunder King, so I don't think Roger's all that upset about that. We see Venus come out into Shine Ball. We're going to Torrential Tribute the board. That's going to get Herald of Orange Light search to the hand for Bonnie. We're going to see Dark Soul search a Faltrel, and we do actually have a pretty solid hand here if we Bogart and it doesn't get negated, but the Bogart do be coming out, and that makes a lot of sense. Oh my god, and then here comes the Hyperion into the Christia, which feels a little cooked. I don't know what Roger could top deck, but that's definitely not it. Yeah, he's got the pop too. So yeah, Roger's going game 3 there. That just is what it is. All right, Roger Smith gets to go first. Thunder King plus Solemn Warning feels really strong. Bogart, special summoning full home. Gonna get hit with the Herald of Orange Light, but hey, honestly, I'm more than willing to see my Bogart get hit with the Herald of Orange Light, bro. I don't care about that at all. Thunder King gonna negate Hyperion. Oh, we're setting the Shine Ball, bro. You can't set the Shine Ball. That's a mistake. Yeah, this is gonna bounce. Bring back the Bogart, swing in direct, and Faltro can be dropped here, which means we can synchro for 7 and then bring back the full home Knight, which is really nice. Bonnie's gonna top deck Earth, but what the heck does that do at this point? I don't even know. Ultra going to bring back Bogart. We're going to Mind Control and Synchro here for 6 into the Hyunlei to pop the back row. And Bonnie is just going to scoop it up. So, congrats to Roger Smith. Some more X-Sabers action. Love to see it. All right, now we got Diva Hero versus... I don't remember. Let's see. Yoke Man. I forgot what Yoke Man was playing. Inconclusive. I don't know what deck they're playing. Okay, TGs, but I thought it might have been TGs. All right, so TGs, but we're going to instantly get hit with the Super Poly at the start of the game. Puke on that main deck Super Poly. Respect. Trap Dushu going to come out and get rid of the Thunder King, which is nice little exchange there. TG Striker going to get special summon. We're just going to, set a card and pass. But Puke's got all the tempo in the world here. Just going to poke in with the alias. We're going to get TG1, EM1. We're going to chain to pop the TG so it can't be swapped. So the Shining stays. We're now going to see Monster Reborn bring back the Striker. Special summon the Werewolf. We have a Trishula play, which is pretty good. But we have Effect Veiler to negate that Trishula. So... Trishula's going to swing in and kill the Shining, and then Tengu's going to swing in direct. Puke a bit on the back foot, but Dark Hole's going to come help with this, and then we have the Chevalier. We're going to bottomless the last Tengu, and then go for the Miracle Fusion for game, I guess. Kind of a risky bottomless in my opinion, but it is what it is. Yokeman starting off with 2 back row. We got Stratos coming out. And are either of these Horn of the Phantom Beast? They are not. So we're not going to get hard punished here if we swing in. Does he elect to gamble it? Oh, no. We're just going to Mind Control and Exceed. That makes a lot of sense. I wasn't paying attention to the hand. Torrential's going to come out and hit the Utopia, but it's fine. We turned off the TG. That feels pretty good. Thunder King comes out now, and we can just crash the Alias into the Thunder King. And we still have Miracle Fusion, but we're not going to play it here. We're just going to take the direct attack and then maybe go for a Miracle Fusion on this turn. Or this Monster Reborn play, which isn't bad. We're going to pop the remaining back row, and now we can just kind of swing over everything here. Third Tengu comes out for Yokeman. We're passing back. Here's not a Trishula play, going for the Catastrophe play, but Trishula would have actually worked. Like, maybe got too spooked at the last Trishula play that happened, but yeah, you could have gone for it there. Monster Reborn coming out, grabbing the Thunder King. This isn't a terrible position. Like, we're going to clear through the board, but Puke does have the Miracle Fusion, but I don't know how he outs the Catastrophe. But either way, the Judgment plus Bottomless is going to be quite problematic. So yeah, Bottomless comes out. Now we're going to summon Thunder King, activate the second one, get hit with the Judgment. Thunder King comes out, just swings over the last Tengu, but who cares about... Oh, it's not even the last Tengu. That's my bad. Either way, yeah, that game's pretty cooked. So going to game 3 here. Puke opening the Diva package, the entire Diva package, and that's a little unfortunate. So we're going to just make a turn 1 Gotchi and pass. Here comes Thunder King and into a Dust Shoot that puts back the Diva instead of the Blue Breaker. That feels pretty unlucky. MST coming out, Book of Moon coming out. We're just going to poke over the Thunder King and set a layout. Space comes out, and here comes Cyber Dragon attacking to the Gotchi. It's going to be a good chunk of damage and get a material out. We're swapping Gotchi back to defense, and yeah, like this Cyber Dragon is just the biggest boy right now. Either way, yeah, this is going to clear out Wait, I don't know why he took 100 damage for no reason. Forgot how much attack it has or something. I don't understand why he did that, but it's okay. Gonna swing in here with Tengu and Cyber Dragon. The Dark Hole top deck is really big. This Decree might actually pull him back with Dark Hole. It's kind of crazy. Yokeman draws into Duality. Can't play it because Thunder King's on board. And then Puke is just going to summon Stratos again with like no ability to search, just trying to do the extra damage while he has this tempo lead. Miracle Fusion coming out for absolute 0. Puke opening the worst hand imaginable and getting dust shooted and still manages to come back and win that game. That's kind of crazy, man. That's sick. Oh yeah, we got Amazing Mike Man versus Lay Murphy. You know, Lay Murphy on the agents, Amazing Mike Man on the Flamvell. You know, summoning Fire Dog right away to punish that Earth. And looks like it's going to happen. He's going to summon himself out a Flamvell baby. Interesting. I don't know why it's baby, but it is baby. Oh, I guess he's going for this dandy play, which is going to set up some tokens. What is he going to synchro for? Synchro for 2, draw himself a card, I suppose. And Monster Reborn again. Oh, this is just a Trish. My God, Amazing Mike Man's just going hard. He doesn't give a shoot. You know, we're gonna hit the squad out right here. And Murphy just getting turn 2 Trished by Flamvells into 4 tokens. Gold Sark for the rekindling. Amazing Mike Man set himself up for success. The card trooper's coming out milling absolutely nothing, but I guess he's gonna synchro for Catastrophe here and just attack over the Trishula. But now Amazing Mike Man's own card trooper comes out, and I guess we're just kind of chilling there. Now all these shine balls are gonna come out, help clear through these tokens. So tempo is back on the side of Lay Murphy. And then, we're not even clearing the card trooper, we're just letting it happen. Here's the rekindling. Card trooper could mill 3, maybe set up more Flamvells. Nope, we don't get it, but we do see the rekindling come out. We're going to see the Max C come out. And here he goes, synchroing for Mistworm, which plays perfectly around that Max C. Says, I don't care about none of that. You know, we got the big damage. Yeah, they can't get gorsed, and so yeah, Murphy just has to gets blown out. You know, Mistworm is the perfect way to play around your opponent's Max C, guys. It works in Jurax too. Amazing Mike Man is the Mistworm enthusiast. That card low key goes hard when it goes hard. You know, 1-for-1 coming out, pitching Necroguard and getting Poon. We're gonna have the Poon crash and search a Lila, which is crazy. I never noticed this until like I saw this. Like, yeah, Poon can search any monster with 200 defense, and that includes Lila. Lila has 200 defense, which is kind of cool. Either way, the Lila's going to get hit with a warning, and now Lay Murphy's going for this like crazy big boy play, and oh my God, it's going to be a lot of damage here. We're seeing the gores come out. This will block the last 2 attacks here, so yeah, we're gonna this Ancient Sacred Wyvern's a pretty big boy. Either way, Dark Hole can come back here for Amazing Mike Man. Charge the Light Brigade, gonna mill and grab himself a Lumina. Summon Lumina, pitch the Magician, grab himself a Lila. He's just going to end phase, milling 6. Let's see if this does anything for him. Either way, we're seeing we're seeing Jupiter come out, force the Necrogarda, but then he's going to Orange Light the Necrogarda. Monster Reborn on Lay Murphy's Christia. That's not what you want to see. And Lila is just milling more cards, can't summon the tokens that he milled off the Dandy because this Christia is on board. And oh my God, Amazing Mike Man's getting close to decking out practically. You know, we're going to see him swing in again with the Lila, pass back, milling 3 again. Here's another set card setting all this back row. We're popping the back row, like you get paying too much respect, man. Like yeah, we're just playing it really safe. But Amazing Mike Man, he's in danger of build out. Here's the tour guide attacking over. Necrogarda comes out, and yeah, Lay Murphy just scooping it up. Damn, Amazing Mike Man 2-0ing agents with Flamvell boys. You know, it's he's the GOAT. All right, we got Keck W versus Cold Madness. I believe this is a Tengu Plant Mirror, both on 41 cards. Oh my goodness. Seeing Spirit Reaper come out after a pass from Keck W. This is the perfect punish to I want to drop gores, and so I'm just going to pass. He's going to just get hit with the Spirit Reaper. Here comes the Gores. Debris Dragon's going to get hit off that Spear Reaper. But now we're going to see Effect Veiler come out in synchro with the Stardust Dragon. So we're going to see a big damage chunk come out as a response to this. We're going to set some back row and then end phase drop a Scapegoat. I'm not sure. I guess he has Caius. So yeah, that's what he's going for. Caius. I'm going to banish the Stardust Dragon and just pass. Sangan's going to come out and clear a token. Gores is going to come out and clear a Caius. And now we see Effect Veiler come out, but he's going to Econ Tribute Sangan, steal the Effect Veiler so he can't make any synchro plays this turn, trying to keep himself alive. But Monster Reborn's going to come out and bring back Effect Veiler anyway. Armory Arm's going to draw a card. And yeah, he's just going to pass here. Tour Guide comes out into Tour Guide. Going to attack. We're going to synchro here for Armory Arm and then go for Torrential Tribute. And yeah, that is what it is. So yeah, I don't know. I think that, can you even torrential there? I'm questioning that, man. Guys, let me know in the comments. I'm trying to think about it, but it's going fast, so you know it is what it is. Mirror Force comes out onto the Tengu, but now we're up a Tengu. But Cold Madness is like, I'm happy with this because I have Econ, and this is OP because now he can just swing in with both these guys and exceed with Kek W's Tengu. BLS going to get dropped and banish the Utopia. That doesn't feel very good. He's going to attempt to attack, but he can't attack. Now we're going to see Mind Control come out grabbing the set Max C, and then Enemy Controller. I don't like that. I don't like the blind control for the gamble here, you know? Like, yeah, what is he going to set if Tengu's already gone, you know? Should have just Mind Controlled the BLS to get rid of it. Either way, we're seeing the combo come out, but this is just going to force out a Thunder King negate. You can summon Sangan, attack, and now we're just passing and synchroing into the Librarian and grabbing another Tour Guide. Tour Guide's going to get Veilered, but now we see Armory Arm coming out, which is going to draw another card. He can just then attack indirectly, and he just is short damage to win the game. Oh my god, the Dark Hole. We're setting Tour Guide. I think it's the last one. Here comes Caius banishing. And yeah, I guess. Oh wow, Cold Madness actually admitted defeat there, so unlucky. Now we're seeing Tour Guide into Leviathan turn 1, gonna hit into a Scapegoat. Man, we're seeing a lot of Scapegoat in these matches. Look at all the one-ofs in Cold Madness's hand, right? Like we got Foolish, Heavy, Pot of Avarice, right? Like we got it all. He detached for the Leviathan. He wants the biggest boy, and this Leviathan is just attacking over everything. MST coming out, hitting the Judgment. Leviathan an attack over the set card. Mind Control comes out. We're blind controlling the Max C again. It can synchro for not Bryanak, but it can synchro for Orient Dragon. Not going to do it. We're going to Foolish to get Dandy, and now you can synchro for Scrap Dragon, which is going to get Warning. That doesn't feel good either. But unfortunately, Cold Madness can't attack directly because Leviathan doesn't have materials. So he sacks for Caius, gets hit with the Warning. Lone Fire comes out, gets Spore. We're setting a back row. Here comes the Scapegoat. And Cold Madness does have the Glow Bulb for some big plays. We're going to Heavy Storm the back row, but summon Glow Bulb, synchro for 2, draw a card, and just pass. Either way, here's the synchro for 5 here. We're going to mill. For Glow Bulb, and he's normal summons Tengu and is not going to synchro any further because he does not have to, but he's going to swing in and not respect Gores, and this is where Gores is going to come in a little clutch here. Gores is quite the big boy, but this enemy controller play is pretty crazy. The only awkward thing is yeah, you can't put that Gores in attack position, brother. Either way, like, you know, he's got the Avarice, so he can kind of match the advantage gained from this Max C. The only thing is can he prevent Kek W from making a big enough push on the following turn? So Veiler comes out on the Librarian. We're going to see Dandy come out, get Max Seed, or Spore come out, get Max Seed. Now Kek W is playing his own Pot of Avarice. He does have Chaos Sork, but did he just put... Yeah, he just put his Dark back in, so he can't Chaos Sork here. Enemy Controller is going to come out, and oh my god. Kek W admits defeat right there, and so now we are going into game 3. Tour Guide comes out, gets instantly Veilered. Dust Shoot and Mirror Force are getting set. Dust Shoot is going to put the BLS back, but that feels a little awkward because, like, yeah, here's the Thunder King, and that's going to be kind of pesky. But I guess you have Dark Hole for it, so it's somewhat okay. Dark Hole comes out. There's Scapegoat again. We're setting Scapegoat, passing. Call of the Haunted on Thunder King. Going to get hit with the Warning. And looks like we're just passing back and forth. Here's another normal summon Thunder King. He's going to flip his scapegoat so he doesn't like lose the game from the next damage he takes. Lose a token. Going to Heavy Storm the back row. Go for Tour Guide into Sangan. Make Leviathan. Force out the negate. Now we're going to 1-for-1 into Glow Bulb and Synchro for 2. Draw a card and just pass. Nothing else going on here. Glow Bulb's effect is going to trigger, but we're going to get hit with the DD Crow. Monster Reborn back to Sangan and attack directly for 1,000. Mind Control comes out. He's going to chain it and then get a Synchro. I don't know about slamming that Mind Control. Like, that doesn't seem very good there. By the way, Tour Guide's going to come out, get hit with the Veiler. He's going to Monster Reborn the Lone Fire. Lone Fire going to get Dandy, and now he can make Leviathan detach, get 2 tokens, and attack. But I think this Debris Dragon play is going to go pretty hard here if, yeah. Debris comes out. He Synchros into 9 for Trishula. He can banish... I mean, honestly, he could have banished the Librarian, so it wouldn't get the draw, but either way, it's fine. We're going to see Dark Hole come out, and then a warning on the Tengu. This is very, very close. Gores to Gores. Nothing else going on. Dandy to set up some defense here. You know, Cold Bat is definitely on the back foot with the lack of the lack of resources here. Spore comes out to make a Catastor. That's pretty nice. Gores is going to come out in response to that, and yeah, we're not respecting Gores. We're going to get punished by Gores, and this is going to hurt really bad. Yeah, we're just clearing over. Yeah, Keck W taking the dub in the Tengu Plant mirror. All right, FCA 1739 playing against Kinky. Kinky is on the Convulsion of Nature deck versus TG Agents, which is kind of crazy. So let's see. We got Gishki Diviner coming out, grabbing Trap Dust Shoot, and then Archfiend's Oath is going to add that Trap Dust Shoot to hand. So we get a turn 1 Dust Shoot off of it, which feels pretty good. Gonna hit the Venus, leave the Jupiter. Jupiter can clear over the Diviner, but you know, damage was already done. We see another Archfiend's Oath, but he just has to pass, doesn't have anything else. Honest comes out, swinging in with Jupiter for a nice little 2,900 damage. Gonna bounce the Honest. Convulsion of Nature comes out. Now these Archfiend's Oaths are online. Gishki Diviner can add a card. Another Archfiend's Oath can add another card. Monster Reborn gets another Diviner. Man, we're just adding so many cards. Making a Leviathan Dragon. Attacking. Oh, wait, we can't attack because we know our opponent has Honest. Veiler on the Venus. We're gonna chain enemy controller to take the Leviathan Dragon. And then we Veiler... Oh, he's chaining to the enemy controller. You can't do that because it's no longer face up. So, yeah, this is just a boo-boo. I don't know what that is. Either way, Heavy Storm coming out, clearing out all of his back row. We're going to see Diva into Diva, get a Gotchi, just pass. But, like, he can't attack directly because the Leviathan doesn't have a material. By the way, TG Striker plus Venus is going to be pretty big here. You could drop that, drop the Venus, and start summoning Shine Balls. I don't remember what Kiki's back row is. This is a D prison. Okay, so... we can play around that just by, you could Synchro for Trishula here, which would be pretty good. Or TG Wonder Magician definitely gets the job done into a Wyvern, which, yeah, that's more than enough for a game right there. So that's pretty cool. All right, we see the Gemini Imps. We're prepared for the Mind Crush. Either way, we're summoning Rush Rhino, getting hit with the Judgment, and we're going to set 2 back rows and pass. Tour Guide comes out, gets a Sangan. We're going to swing in for 29. We have no way to stop that, but we do have the Dark Hole, which is, I mean, that's going to get the search, and that is unlucky. We're grabbing Max C. I do not agree with that, man. Like, what are you're, yeah, like, I don't know. I guess you just wanted a card discard, but that Max C does not feel good there. Either way, BLS coming out, and oh, yep, we're just scooping it up. BLS plus Diva was enough to end that game right there. All right, FCA. He's grabbing, he's starting off, getting the Venus, getting hit with the Veiler, just setting back row passing. We're going to Judgment the Heavy Storm. Here comes the Deep Sea Diva, which is getting warninged. All of his life points are gone. You know, that is what it is. We're seeing Archfiend's Oath call a card. It was wrong. Now we're seeing Venus special summon both of these cards here, make a Gotchi, and summon out the Thunder King, which is going to get forced into a Judgment, but that's going to hurt pretty bad. You don't got a lot of life points here. Tour Guide top deck feels pretty good, kind of get him through it. But Bottomless is going to come out, and that's just going to end that game. Wow, you know, congrats to FCA. You know, again, sometimes traps and agents be scary, man. We got Ryo Jabba versus Giro. I'm so bad at pronouncing. I'm sorry, guys. I know someone even showed me how to pronounce it. I just can't. And it's not even that. It's actually Slap God winning the game with Exodia. Congrats to Slap God, my goat. Last match of the round, we got Spore XD versus Slap God. You know, Slap God's coming out here, gonna play his Falcon Punch Dragoonie versus Spore XD's Teledad, you know, starting things off, Stratos into a Mally Search. We got all the bricks we could ever want in our hand. All you need is a card destruction to send him to the graveyard. Slapgod's going to get Terraforming off, pitch the Zephyros, grab the Ducks, and then he's going to Zephyros bounce the Ravine, activate Ravine to send the Phalanx. Now Ducks is going to be able to synchro here and grab himself a Gator. Gator grabs Baby Rock. Baby Rock is going to then discard itself, special summon itself. He's going to make a Bryanak for some reason. We're going to attack in and not respect Gores. Slap God, you have Warding in hand. Always respect the Gores. You know, how many videos have I watched? You're now discarding your best card in your hand, and then, yeah, the Heavy Storm goes out and just scooping it up, bro. Oh, no. All right, going into game 2. Slapgod just set up with a back row. Armageddon Knight coming out, dropping a Necro Gardna, and then swinging in directly. We're going to space the Judgment, which feels kind of good. Setting Trap Dustshoot, just summoning the Ducks. Doesn't have nothing to do with it. Forcing out the Necro Gardna, and then Dustshoot hitting the Caius, which feels good. Destiny Hero Defender getting banished off Allure. Why Ron Defender? I don't know. We're going to Leviair. We're warning the Leviair because I guess you don't want to draw 2 cards off your opponent's Defender. You know, I don't know. I don't understand it. By the way, Slapgod has a lot of back row in his hand, can set a bunch of stuff here. Spore XD is just going to pass, you know, alluding that we have Gores in our hand. Slapgod's going to search Baby Rock off of the Gatorg, and then we're going to get hit with a Maxi. Slapgod respects the Gores here, doesn't attack, and then we're going to see the Malicious come out and attack over the Baby Rock. He's going to Fiendish Chain and then call the Haunted back the Phalanx for some reason. Gatorg's going to search the Zephyros and then get rid of it. We're then going to see Zephyros bounce, and we're going to synchro here for Trident Dragon. We're then using Trident Dragon to pop all of our back row, and we're just going to attack, and we're not respecting Gores again. Slapgod, you can't do it, but then you have Judgment. That doesn't work. That's not how it works. You can't solve. I'm gonna head out. Oh no, Slapgod, why? Either way, it's looking pretty cooked, but I guess, I don't know, I kind of lost track of what happened here, but is Slapgod making a comeback? Is he able to potentially win the game? No, we're just crashing the Trident Dragon. Oh, that doesn't, oh. You know, Slapgod got Gores that game. And, you know, again, we got to remember, always play around the Gores. Let that be a lesson to you fellas. But that is going to wrap it up for round 5 of Rumble Reacts. We'll try to get into round 6 as quickly as possible and then move on to the top cut. So we can kind of jump right into that in the next video. But for now, we are just going to give a quick shout out to my patrons. So shout out to Eric Gagnon, Slapgod, My Dude, Photoshooty, and Brian Ford. Thank you guys so much for the support. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and have a great time doing today.